All right, so I wanted to do a quick little video here. This will hopefully help you guys preparing for Eileen. She is coming next Thursday, or this coming Thursday, so like 5 days, 6 days, something like that. So just wanted to give you guys a bit of information to kind of prepare. The main thing is going to be components to upgrade your mechs, right? Everybody's excited for her. Everybody wants to pull for her. You're probably going to want to upgrade her when you get her, so she's maxed and you can slot her into your team immediately. So I did some math to give you guys an idea. Obviously, everybody's going to have different varying amounts of parts already leading up to it as well. But I wanted to kind of give you a baseline from zero, how many parts you're going to need. I'm going to flash it up on screen real quick, just for those who don't want to listen to all the actual talk. And kind of screenshot that, look at that, do whatever you want to do. That is essentially what you're looking at there. But yeah, we'll come back to this afterwards as well. But again, just I don't want to clickbait you guys in and make you watch a whole bunch of shit. So that's the basic information there. Do with it as you will. Again, we'll come back to that. But yeah, just pop that up real quick. Okay, so again, the main thing is going to be your mech parts, right? This is where you're potentially going to have to do a whole bunch of sweeping leading up to it. If you saw quickly on the infographic there, I think the highest was it's going to take you 4 days at 4 sweeps a day, right? So we still have time. You're not late if you start sweeping now. But it does potentially mean you're not going to be upgrading your other mechs along the way, so you got to take that into consideration. But basically what I did was I went to a level 1 medium mech, because as far as I know, Eileen is going to be medium. I went to this, I went to enhance, I just hit the little quick enhance here, took it all the way to 50. That's where I'm at. You might be at a different spot. So again, that infographic will help you at the end kind of figure things out. But then I just looked at the numbers here of what we're going to need. And then I went through, looked at each mission and what it was going to take, and kind of went from there, right? So yeah, you can see there's, as you get towards the end, that's where you're going to need a lot of mats. And that is going to be the one that takes the longest, the 4 days of sweeping 4 times. And again, you're not going to be able to upgrade your other mechs along the way for the most part. So just, kind of keep that in mind and do with it as you will. So yeah, I basically did this, and then we just have to multiply it all by 4 because you're going to do all 4 parts, right? And that's going to be the main thing. So I guess I can pull this back up real quick. But yeah, I got to look over here because it's over here. So with components 1, 2, and 3, not the dash ends, the 1, 2, and 3, those you saw when I was doing my little upgrade there, I had a ton, and you're going to get those while going for the dash ends as well. So that's going to be the main thing. Actually, I'm going to pull this up on my screen too, so I don't have to look away from you guys too much. It will cut out my game music, unfortunately, but that's okay. So yeah, comp 1, 2, and 3. Those are just going to come naturally. I wouldn't worry about farming them. You're going to get them as you go for the 1, 2, and 3 dash ends. So for the ones, you're doing code fly swatter, which is the first frontier trial right in here. So that's going to be the first one. You got the code fly swatter, beachhead, joint op, covert investigation. So this is 1 and 1N, 2 and 2N, 3 and 3N. Then it skips to 4N, 5N, 6N. So yeah, it does a little bit of skipping there, so keep that in mind as well. But yeah, code fly swatter. So the earliest one, it's going to take you 5 sweeps. You're getting 9. You need 40 total. It's going to take 5 sweeps, getting 9 per. And now this is all going to be S rank focused. I'll pop this down real quick. S rank medium focused. I wouldn't worry about the SS. The rewards don't change, but aim to try and do this at S. If you can, you should be. Even if you have to go back and do it over again to get that S, make sure you do that. again, you're getting 9 per run there. This is all calculated based on that for each single one. So keep that in mind. But moving right along. Yeah, you're going to need 9. You're going to get 9 parts per sweep on code Fly Swatter. So it's going to take you 5 sweeps, which is going to be 2 days if you're doing 4 a day, right? The next one is going to be your 2-ends, which is Beachhead. Again, 9 per sweep, 5 sweeps, 2 days. So you don't have to jump on that right now, but we're getting close. We're less than a week away. Joint Top, which is going to be for your 3 and 3-ends. That is again 9 per 6 sweeps. That's going to take you 2 days. Now we're starting to pick up a little bit. Still 2 days, but we're starting to get there. Now we go on to the 4-ends. That's going to be Covert Investigation. You're getting 45 per sweep, which sounds like a lot, but you need a lot more. So you need 320 there. So you're getting 45 per sweep, 8 sweeps. It's going to take you 2 days. So everything so far has been 2 days. And then moving on to 5N, you're going to need 480 total. And that's going to be on Hopscotch. And that is going to be, again, 45 per sweep. That's going to take you 11 sweeps now. So that's going to take you 3 days. And then lastly, the 6-ends. You're going to need 620 of them, which is anti-smuggling. Again, 45 per sweep, 14 sweeps. So that's the one that's going to take you 4 days. So that one you're definitely going to want to get started on sooner rather than later. However, if you did the roulette stuff, I'll pop those up real quick. If you did the roulette, you would have gotten these boxes. These, I didn't know what they were at first, but these component boxes, ST component material boxes, essentially what these are giving you those mats, right? In bundles of 50. Now you can get 4N for each. You can get 5N for each. I will personally be using it on 6N because that's where you need the most, right? You need a lot of these. So with that in mind, coming back to this, with the roulette boxes, I personally used one because I wanted to see what the deal was. So I used one already, but everybody else who's done the roulette thing should have 10 boxes if you did all the pulls or whatever. So if you have those 10 boxes, you're getting 50 parts or 50 components per box for a total of 500 across the 10 boxes, right? So you take that away from the 620, that leaves you with 120 components that you still need of 6-N, and that's just going to take you 3 sweeps, which will take you a day. So if you want to use those parts, if you have those parts, probably a good idea. That'll help you. It'll cut down on cuts you down from 4 days to 1 day. So it lets you kind of wait a little bit longer, right? Again, everybody's going to have different varying amounts of parts. So you're going to have to kind of figure out what you need. But again, this was a baseline from 0. Lets you know that you need at least 4 days to get there, right? So yeah, that helps cut down on sweeps there if you have those boxes. If not, just follow what I talked about up in the top there. Now, I think that's the main thing with components. Again, the other thing you're going to need now is obviously for Eileen herself, you're going to need the Gatorade, the pilot juice, the whatever you want to call it, right? Now, one thing that I have on my suggestion list for the game that I would like to see, you saw with the quick upgrade, we could see how many materials we needed and how far we could go. We can't really do that with the pilots. I personally didn't make a note of anything. So if I go back, I don't know what I spent to do any of these upgrades, right? All I can say for sure is that, for the most part, I only used purples and greens, maybe some browns. So if I look at, I think this is Cicero, right? Am I on Cicero? Where am I? Or is this Naomi still? Hold on. Cicero, I don't have as leveled up. But you can see here, we need some greens, we need some purples, and that's mostly what we need, even going back to where I don't have them fully leveled up. It's mostly purples, mostly greens. You shouldn't need a ton. You shouldn't. I do my 4 sweeps I do my 4 sweeps of browns, blues, greens, and purples every day. I try and do all 4 for each of those, or is it 3? 3 sweeps of each of the 4, since that's what my pilots mostly use. But yeah, looking at Cicero here, he is a tactician. The tacticians all seem to follow the same pattern of types of Gatorade they use, so I would follow that. Now with Naomi, I have her a little bit further, and you're gonna see here when we get to the next tier, which I don't even have unlocked personally yet, that's gonna be in these 7-3 elite battles. We're gonna start needing the teal ones as well. Now you will need 6-1 teals, but you can probably just get them from 7-1, so you can probably just wait to farm them that way, right? You don't really need to run the 6-1 teals anytime soon. So I would hold off on that. But yeah, mainly focus on getting your purples and your greens. So again, got those on the thing here. Now, with the browns, I feel like I need browns for everybody. Raiders, mechanics, whatever. I feel like I always need browns. I don't recall if I needed any. It probably would have been for like the gamma beta things, if anything, but I don't really recall. Might be a good idea to grab some along the way as well, just to be safe. And again, if you really want to, you could probably go for some of the teals, but I don't think it's necessary. All the teals I've gotten, I think have just been passively gotten from dispatch missions or the permit level quests as well. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. And again, you don't really need a lot of the Gatorade. So once you get Eileen, you could probably just go back and sweep the older stages and be fine. You should be able to get them. I didn't do the math on it, but you should be fine. I didn't do the math because I can't. I don't know what we need back here. So yeah, keep that in mind. You should be fine on those. And I think that's kind of it. There's really not too much else you can prepare for. Like there is the neural drive stuff, the chips, but I wouldn't be trying to craft the perfect ones for her leading up to her or anything. Yeah, I'm personally not going crazy on these. I'll just throw on what I can that I have right now. I did just finish 6.5, is it? Where are we here? I think I just finished 6-5 for the sim battles. Yeah, so I can actually start crafting up to 3 CP, up to S rank. So this is where I probably start to craft a little bit more. I'm going to be holding off on the beta and the gammas until I get them a little bit higher and I need them. Until then, I'm probably just going to use what I have to kind of fill up my CP points. So yeah, do what you want there. Probably not something you can really prepare for her, especially with only 3 crafts a day. I wouldn't worry too much about that. But yeah, I think that's essentially it. Again, I'm excited for her. I can't wait to pick her up in pretty soon. Just not too many days. But yeah, I wanted to get that out there. Again, you don't want to be waiting until she comes out to try and get the parts, and then you're stuck waiting a few days before you can upgrade her enough to put her in your squad, and then it just feels bad, right? Everybody wants to use her right away. So hopefully that helps. I'm gonna pop this up one more time as we go to our little outro here. Well, we don't have an outro, just me saying goodbye. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy your Eileens. I'll probably do a little video on her when she actually drops. I don't really know too much about her. I haven't bothered to do research on the CN stuff. I want to kind of see it for myself. You know, I've seen little bits here and there, but I'm gonna wait till she actually comes out before I talk about her. So yeah, when she comes out, I'll try and do another video on her and give my thoughts on her. Hopefully she's as good as I hope she is. She sounds great, but we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care for now.